What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and we're bringing you a new project, albeit not a newly launched project. Still very early on in both the build out and development of this, and equally as a project goes, very early to be involved in. Now, this is called The Bet. The title does give you a hint into exactly what this is going to be, but this has launched with a real presence. Over $1 million in market cap in the first couple of weeks, and a lot more to come. So we're going to dive all the way through this project, take a look at the socials, including what they're doing, and most importantly, have a look at the chart and see everything going on with The Bet. So if that's something you like and you want to be updated on new projects coming into the DeFi space, be sure to subscribe to this channel. Also, leave a like if you are holding The Bet. Drop a comment down below. Let's see who's already got in early on the Bet. So off the bat, Bet is a ERC20 token built upon the Ethereum blockchain, and like I said, it is almost a blockchain based betting platform. Now, it is very early on, there is lots to come. We'll take a look at the sneak peek of their DApp that is going to be coming out, as well as taking a look in their white paper. But straight off the bat, the website is pretty clean. All the links will be in the description, so you can go and check it out, thebet.gg. And it says, see the odds on your bet. The Bet is a player versus player sports betting platform designed for Web3. By removing complex odds calculation, we eliminate bookies from the equation and pit bettors against each other in a bid to determine which team has the better value at a given moment. So this is the important thing. Cryptocurrency is peer-to-peer, whether it's from an exchange or whether it's from anywhere else. And actually what the Bet are doing is bringing that same part to sports betting. Now, what they are looking to do, as well as your traditional everyday sports, equally into esports and a number of others. As odds are determined through the use of independent liquidity pools, each game played will be a unique and ever-changing. These pools and their values are visible to all participants in the protocol and will continually fluctuate until their lock-in period closes. The Bet's PvP system allows bettors to stake for the entertainment, whilst also encouraging the deployment of complex strategies to capture discrepancies between the liquidity pools. So very interesting off the bat, and not just a, chuck your tokens in and hope for the best. A well thought out way. There is a level of strategy attached to it. More bettors stake their tokens on Team A, the value of staking on Team B grows. As those the right odds does B have a greater chance to win than people think? These are the questions that bettors will ask themselves when playing on The Bet. In a game where human nature and hubris run rampant, can you beat the odds? Very interesting. Now, we will obviously get the games as this goes live. The DApp's been built out as we speak. We'll take a look at a sneak peek of that in this video, exactly what they've got. But ultimately, when this launches, you're going to be able to come in here. You can see up at the top here, this shaded out area saying the app. You're going to click into that, and that's where all the player versus player will take place there. The games you're going to be able to bet on. But you can see here, total of X amount of bet wagered on this game of ETH. You have this USDT, and then on the bet at the bottom, date to be decided. So again, these will be sports games, these will be esports games, as well as everything else. You can see here what is coming as part of this project, where you're going to have user stats, individual bettors win-lose ratio, bet history, total bets and profits, so all transparent, courtesy of the blockchain. Increased sports variety, like we said, more sports, esports, tournaments and special events. Game modes, so on-chain slots, horse betting, more PvP modes, and the Bet DAO. Ultimately, a DAO proposed event coverage, game mode submission, sponsorship. What does the community want to do with this project? Now, money won is twice as sweet as money earned. Never the true word has been said, and we all know that gains in cryptocurrency are exactly the same as well. Now, taking a look at their chart before we get into their white paper, currently trading 2704. Now, interesting, launch price did launch 205, and like we said, ran all the way up to over $1 million market cap. Currently sits at $2.7 million in the first week. So 3 days in, sat at $2.7 million market cap. You can see here volume around 566k, up 21.4% on the day. You can see some pretty heavy buys coming in. We see an ETH here, another ETH here, 1.44 ETH. There was some 5, 10 ETH buys yesterday. You're always going to see sells. I actually think a chart that does have no sells is always a bit more concerning than a chart that does. Now, looking through their white paper, and there'll be some things we've already kind of talked about, but ultimately, what is it they're going to offer? So at launch, they'll be offering American football, basketball, fighting, and esports, such as CSGO. Plan to expand into more industries and add more utility to their games and their app. Now, before we go any further, let's take a sneak peek at the decentralized application, peer-to-peer betting. And this is fundamentally what it's going to look like. So you see here, this is on the Ethereum network, betting on CSGO. We also then have on the Bet network, betting on a football score. Again, Again, are you going to win? Are you going to lose? What are people putting their coins in? You've got to remember, this isn't odds based. This is ultimately where people are going to be betting, where the pools obviously then become better. So if you're in a pool with smaller amounts, the total pool then becomes bigger for the winner that comes in. And then finally, you can see this one here on football as well, the English Premier League. You can see over a number of different games that people will be able to bet on. So very simple, very easy to get involved in. Now, looking through, like we said, their white paper, we talked a little bit about the players and how they're going to do it. We've got a team of avid sports gamblers, Web3 maxis, and believers in transparency that blockchain can bring. Benefit all industries around the world. The bet is our contribution and commitment to expanding Web3. So you can see here that Team Bender is the founder, 5 years of management experience, 10 years in sports betting, main focus on NFL, NHL, NBA and LNB. Carter is the community manager. Well, Rab Prent, the developer, and Monet is the manager. And again, we've got community members and mods will all come into play. Fairness. Throughout the years of experience, we know that the most important aspect of online match betting is fairness and transparency. If players cannot trust the house to play fairly, they will not play at all. As we commence our work in Web3 gaming and gambling, we will dealing solely with sports betting industry, which makes it the match results personally verifiable by every player. There is no way a cryptocurrency project of this size and initial can manipulate anything. That is the great thing about it. Looking at the bet tokens, again, for anyone that is interesting. So liquidity, max total supply of 10 million bet tokens distributed. Initial liquidity was 6.5 million. Pre-sale allocation 1.75. Marketing was 1 million and the reserves 750,000. You can see there liquidity across Ethereum and the token price at launch, and then equally what it was in USD. So said 2 zeros, 2. We can see the pre-sale information if you are interested to go through that. Again, I'll link all this in the description so you can take a look at that. The contract address is there as well and how that works out in the market. And you got 5% buy, 5% sell, and 1% of that goes into the liquidity tax. Again, talking about odds. Now, again, remember this, it's not necessarily about odds. These are liquidity pools based upon what people bet on and where they put their money. You can see kind of an example of how it all breaks down. But ultimately, if you are in the smaller pool, then your rewards will be bigger if that team wins. Again, very similar to odds, albeit the fact that it's liquidity pools makes it a bit fairer. And finally, we talked a little bit about what they have planned coming very, very soon on all their terms of services. So we did take a look quickly at their socials. You can see how early it is. Only 500 followers right now on their socials. So definitely worthwhile checking out. You see some pretty big names starting to talk about this. Telegram links all in the description. Again, definitely worthwhile looking at. So that brings us to the end of Bet, a very interesting project. Like I said, all the links down in the description. Sports betting on the blockchain is definitely going to be a big player in 2023. Have a look, do your own research. Whenever new projects come to the space, always make sure you do your own research, understand exactly what it is you're investing in. Like I said, use these platforms to educate and understand what is out there, but do your research, invest if you feel so. But Bet, all the links down below. As ever, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to keep up to date with everything going on in the world of cryptocurrency, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.